introduce the lineup again. A shooting guard, Kevin Durant, Valentine's Day, Heartbreaker. A small forward, Kevin Durant, 94 overall. A power forward, Kevin Durant, New York promo, and he has dunk animations. And as center, Kevin Durant, center, Season 3 All-Star Elite Kevin Durant. Now, this time I switched the jerseys, so it's Golden State Warrior jerseys from the last promo. Golden State Warrior Chase Center Court. The coach is Scott Brooks still. Now let's play against our Facebook friends. Now, JJB Gamer asked me to play against his team. I couldn't find his team, but this time I found it. He's from the United States, so he's probably asleep. But this is his team. And we're going to play him right now. He has a Kevin Durant as well. Now let's look at this Kevin Durant. He doesn't spend money for this Kevin Durant. Beautiful card art, live pass. So it'll be 5 Kevin Durants against that 1 Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant versus Kevin Durant. And he has Golden State Warrior jerseys as well. Now let's get into the game. Thank you for coming. I'm going to check to see who came. We get the ball first. Slam dunk. Point guard Kevin Durant. Thank you for coming. Anybody that came. So I'm going to go on my computer. Alpha Bam Gaming. Thank you for coming. Alpha Bam Gaming. I appreciate it. How are you doing? Also, tell me, what country are you from? This is my late night live stream. The reason I did 2 live stream today. One is because I have this special lineup of Kevin Durant's. Kevin Durant to Kevin Durant. Alley-oop. Successful. I have a special lineup of Kevin Durant's. And the second reason why I'm doing this live stream twice is because after this matchup, I'm going to sell the cards on the auction house. Who knows if they'll even sell, as a lot of these are lower overall cards. I'm sure this point guard Kevin Durant will sell because it's quite rare in the auction house, even though he's like a 90 overall card. Interesting that I have still Oklahoma City Thunder jerseys, even though I changed the jerseys to Golden State Warrior jerseys. But I have still these Native American Oklahoma City Thunder jerseys. Thank you for watching Alpha Bam Gaming. I appreciate it. I'm from the United States and California, and I assume that maybe you're from another country, because it's very late at night right now. 12:33 a.m. in California. So I appreciate you coming. Let's do another alley-oop. Missed that shot, unfortunately. So JJB Gamer. I just blocked Kevin Durant, I think. Kevin Durant just blocked Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant with the ball. Nice little layup. Nice. I'm actually playing this time. Now I'm just by myself, but that's okay. Number 35, Kevin Durant, guarding Gary Payton. So BJ Gaming, he does a lot of live streams. And I played your team first because I finally found your team. So we lose by 2 points. But that's okay. We're on to the next game. Fast man. I think this person's new. Let's play this person. So this person has Kyrie Irving, a Tyler Hero, LeBron James, Kevin Love, Joel Embiid. Looks like from the All-Star promos. Looks like their team is has quite old cards. Yes, we get the Golden State Warrior jerseys. I guess these are my home court jerseys then. I thought it was the opposite. Kevin Durant, what a nice little layup shot. It's a little bit slow again. My opponent has Golden State Warrior jerseys. I have Golden State Warrior jerseys. Chase Center. Now, Kevin Durant, of course, left the Oklahoma City Thunder to sign with the Golden State Warriors and won 2 NBA championships at Golden State. So, he became a 2-time champion at Golden State, Oakland, California, San Francisco. Now, Chase Center, I think, is a new center that they created. Now I think they're called San Francisco Warriors. They moved to San Francisco, but they're in Oakland, the city of Oakland, and very close places. So, very similar. Now, this Kevin Durant has a very nice fadeaway shot. Look at that 3-point shot. Small forward Kevin Durant with a 3-point shot. Congratulations for 1K subs. Thank you very much, Alpha Bam Gaming. I appreciate it. Thank you for your support. I'm going to type that. Thank you very much, Alpha Bam Gaming. That's autoplay. Defense. Chase Center. Chase, of course, is an American bank, like Bank of America. Chase Bank. And a lot of arenas are basically advertisements for American companies. I think the Detroit Pistons arena is now called Little Caesars Arena. And Little Caesars is an American pizza company. Of course, Staples Center, the arena where the Lakers play and the Clippers play. Staples Center is a store, American store, where they sell school supplies like staples, paper, pens. Welcome, bro. Thank you again, Alpha Bam Gaming. May I ask what country are you from or what state in America are you from? I definitely appreciate the support. Kevin Durant blocks LeBron James. Just like the NBA Finals, where Kevin Durant played better than LeBron. Upsy then is a NBA Live Mobile YouTuber. And she has a Jeremy Lin, and she's a girl. NBA Live Mobile YouTuber. Let's check out these cards for a second. Look at this card art from Season 3. The NBA Finals, Kawhi Leonard. illustrated bonus player. Look at that card art. I want it on my video, record on video. Jeremy Lin. Linsanity's back. Linsanity. This is a very amazing card. The best dunk animations from this card. Highlight reel platinum player. Now I know that 2K has Jeremy Lin. So I do believe that EA has Jeremy Lin's rights, but they still haven't used him for some reason. So even Jeremy Lin right now is in China playing for the Beijing Ducks for the CBA, Chinese Basketball Association. He hasn't played in the NBA this year, but 2K has his rights for Chinese New Year, Lunar New Year. They have cards for him. For some reason, EA has not yet made a Jeremy Lin card. So I don't know if EA has Jeremy Lin's rights. Jeremy Lin is still an active player. He has not retired yet. So hopefully he gets his rights. Kevin Durant. Nice shot. David Robinson with the rebound. Right now, live stream looks pretty good, pretty clear. Many people are asleep. 12:41 a.m. Late night live stream. Kawhi Leonard. Beautiful card art. Splash. 108. 3-point shot. Illustrated. Kawhi Leonard. It's the NBA Finals all over again. Last year's NBA Finals. Kevin Durant versus Kawhi Leonard. Unfortunately, Kevin Durant was injured. Devin Booker. Kendall Jenner's boyfriend. Dunks on me. Get dunked on. Now Kevin Durant. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. Slam dunk. And that little circle thing at the bottom of the player sparkles a little bit. Jeremy Lin, I want you to dunk on me, Jeremy Lin. I want to see them dunk animations. Let's get him to dunk. No, he passes the ball. Jeremy Lin, dunk. Dunk, Jeremy. Linsanity. Create that Linsanity. Toronto Raptor. Jeremy Lin is on the card art. NBA champion Jeremy Lin. It was only last season. But it seems like a long time, hasn't it? 2019, when the Toronto Raptors, Kawhi Leonard, Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam won the NBA championship. And Jeremy Lin was a part of that as well. NBA champion Jeremy Lin. Now he's out of the NBA. Was playing in China. I heard that they finished playing. But I don't really follow basketball, international basketball, too much. Durantula, which is a terrible nickname. The Slim Reaper, I don't even know if he's actually called that. If that is actual nickname or not, I do not know. So it looks like I'm the only one here. But that's okay. It's fun. Regardless. Live streaming. Mid-range shot. Perfect. New York Kevin Durant. Wow. And he has dunk animations. Just like this Jeremy Lin card. Chicago Bulls jersey's my opponent. Kevin Durant. Try to block the shot. Kevin Durant with the rebound. Let's try a 3-point shot. We're down a little bit. Let's try. Ooh, now. Down by 1. We could win this game. Only 5 seconds left, unfortunately. Oh, no. LeBron with a 3-point clutch. Right in my face. Now, of course, Kevin Durant was the second overall pick. Last minute shot. Kevin Durant was second overall pick in the 2007 NBA draft. Drafted by the Seattle Supersonics. And he played there for 1 season before the Seattle Supersonics moved to Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. and became the Thunder. Now we're going to play against my opponent. My opponent has a James Harden, Oklahoma City card art, flashback. James Harden when he was an Oklahoma City Thunder, and Kevin Durant was Oklahoma City Thunder, and Russell Westbrook was an Oklahoma City Thunder. The good old days. Now we got Luka Doncic. My opponent is a fan of the Dallas Mavericks. You got Luka Doncic, one of the best players in the NBA right now, at point guard. Now Kevin Durant, you better guard him. You better guard him. Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is playing only his second year. Incredible, amazing. I think we are basically seeing a modern day Larry Bird. In fact, Luka Doncic might even be better than Larry Bird. Mr. Logics, thanks for coming. What time is it there? Mr. Logics, right now in California, it is 12:45 a.m. Thank you for coming. You've come now to both of my live streams. So I appreciate it. As I said in the first live stream, I wanted to do a second live stream late at night. This is Kevin Durant, and also later I'm going to sell these cards in the auction house so I could get back my coins. Kevin Durant. Now, earlier in the day, I made a gameplay video. 5 Kevin Durants in one lineup. Now, the center card was 107. OOP, out of position. Kevin Durant. That cost me 10 million coins. So I had to sell him in the auction house to get back my coins. And it did sell for 10 million coins. So I got back 9 million coins. So I lost 1 million, which is actually quite good. I've done this many times before because I want to be the first person with gameplay on a card. And sometimes I've lost 5 million coins, 10 million coins. But lose 1 million, that's nothing. That's pretty good. These other cards, lower overall cards, are quite cheap. A lot of times they do not sell in the auction house. And James Harden's left wide open for some reason. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq with a layup. Durantula. Now, a lot of people call Kevin Durant a snake because he left Oklahoma City. He wasn't loyal and went to Golden State instead to win championships. So people think that's a weak move. But I think, like I said in the other live stream, that Kevin Durant should embrace the snake name, the snake nickname. And a lot of people make fun of Durant and call him a cupcake, that he's weak. And I know that Kevin Durant recently created a red velvet cake shoe because people keep calling him a cupcake. So he's embraced it. He's embraced that villain role and make a Nike shoe made out of red velvet cupcake. Not made of red velvet cupcake like you could eat it, not like that. But he made a shoe with red velvet cake like colors. Inspiration. We actually win by 1 point. Amazing job. If you're in another country, I hope you had a good day. My opponent has a Caron Butler. And Caron Butler, Washington Wizard Caron Butler, made 2 All-Star teams when he was a Washington Wizard. Played with Gilbert Arenas, Antoine Jameson. Anybody remember those players? Now, Caron Butler, for 1 season, actually played with Kobe Bryant and Lamar Odom. I think everybody knows Kwame Brown, the famous NBA bust player. Well, Kwame Brown, if I remember correctly, was a Washington Wizard, right? The number one overall pick in the 2001 NBA draft was Kwame Brown, and he was a bust for the Washington Wizards. And then Kwame Brown was traded to the LA Lakers. And the Lakers traded Caron Butler, and I believe other players, for Kwame Brown. Why did the Lakers want Kwame Brown? Because at the time, it was a Kobe-led team. Shaquille O'Neal was already traded to Miami as he demanded a trade. So the Lakers needed a center, needed a power forward, a big man. And Kwame Brown filled that role, filled that void. Caron Butler looks bald looking in his animation, the card. Looks a little bit like Ray Allen. Kevin Durant, what a dunk, and he falls down. That's how good the dunk was. This is Mr. Logic's second channel, Grind Goats 23. Thank you for coming. You say that it's your second channel? Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Caron Butler. Ooh, I just like seeing that card. 114 mid-range shot. 3-point shot. 20%. We're losing by 2 points. As you know, if you watch my videos before or come to my live stream, I don't care about winning. I just love basketball. I love talking about the NBA. I'm a fan of basketball first, gaming second. Kevin Durant. And see this little circle at the bottom. 2014 Kevin Durant. 3-point shot makes a shot. We might even win this game. My opponent has Sacramento Kings jersey, and we're in Staples Center. And Staples is an American store. Sells school supplies, sells office supplies, like Staples. Let's try a 3-point shot. That was a really nice animation, but we missed that shot. That's okay. On to the next game. We lose this game. Now, Caron Butler was a first at Miami Heat and played with Dwayne Wade his first season in the NBA. And Lamar Odom when he was with the Miami Heat. But then Shaq demanded a trade. So Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat. My opponent has Aaron Gordon. And so Miami Heat traded Caron Butler, Lamar Odom, and Brian Grant to the LA Lakers. So that one season, Caron Butler was a Laker. And it was a mistake. The Lakers should have kept Caron Butler. They traded him for Kwame Brown, which is a huge mistake, of course. Now, Chris Middleton, if you see my old video, he has them green shoes. Those green shoes, mostly Boston Celtic players have those green shoes. But for some reason, Chris Middleton has them green shoes. If you play the game a lot, you'll notice it's always the same green shoes. Now, Isaiah Thomas, the short one, the 5'9" one, he also has them green shoes. Kelly Olynyk has them green shoes. Mostly Boston Celtic players from 2016 NBA team. Marcus Smart has those green shoes. And you notice James Harden has some red shoes. He plays for the Houston Rocket. Fred VanVleet plays for the Toronto Raptors. Has some green shoes that have green. Green shoes, red shoes. James Harden has a red shoe. Fred VanVleet has some red shoes. Why? Because their team, Toronto Raptors, is red color. And Houston Rockets are red color. Little bit of lag now. We're in the heist money court. The ching ching. That bling bling and the money and the coins on the court right there. Vucevic, what a nice inside paint shot. Vucevic playing really well. Durant, slam dunk, one hand slam dunk. Little bit dunk animations. I'll make videos when Mr. Logic hits 50 subs, but only one more than 50. Okay. Good luck on that. Good luck on making videos. Ryan Scott 23. Good luck on that. Durant with a layup. Makes the shot. Makes the shot. So 2007 NBA draft, the consensus number 1 pick. Every team with the number 1 pick would have drafted who? They would have drafted Greg Oden, the center, the 7-foot center. So the Portland Trailblazers won the draft lottery that year and decided to draft Greg Oden, as every team would have drafted Greg Oden back then. Big men, centers were more valuable back then, and they saw Greg Oden. A lot of the experts saw Greg Oden as the next Shaquille O'Neal, the next David Robinson, the next dominant big man. And so Kevin Durant, in many ways, was underrated when he went to the 2007 NBA draft. How could you not draft Kevin Durant number 1 overall? How could he be number 2 overall? A future MVP and 2-time NBA Finals MVP. How could he be drafted number 2? But for some reason, people were in love with Greg Oden at the time. Doesn't matter what team got the number 1 overall pick, they were going to draft Greg Oden. So the Seattle Supersonics also basically won the draft lottery, got the 2nd pick in the draft, and they draft Kevin Durant, and the rest is history. Unfortunately, Seattle could not enjoy Kevin Durant much. He only played there for 1 season. So quite disappointing, of course. Kevin Durant. Let's autoplay this. Now, 2007 NBA draft was, of course, a very hyped up and very deep draft. A lot of great prospects in that draft. So it was supposed to be like the 1996 NBA draft with Kobe Bryant, Steve Nash, Antoine Walker were drafted in those drafts. In the 1984 NBA draft, where Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Karl Malone, Hakeem Olajuwon were drafted in those drafts. So the 2007 NBA draft, before it happened, was compared to the 1984 NBA draft, where Michael Jordan was drafted, and the 1996 NBA draft, where Kobe Bryant was drafted. So it was seen as a very deep draft. But it disappointed. It disappointed, of course, because Greg Oden will be injured immediately. His injuries will make him an NBA bust, and it will hurt his career, as he played very few seasons. Kevin Durant with the ball. Now, 2007 NBA draft was very deep NBA draft for many reasons. One of the reasons was that in the 2005 NBA draft, the NBA changed its rules and said the high school players could no longer enter the NBA draft directly out of high school. Now, if you know Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, around the mid to late 90s, high school players could enter the NBA, don't have to play college basketball. And of course, some of the talented high school players that came directly from high school to the NBA, some examples would be Kevin Garnett, 1995 NBA draft, Kobe Bryant, 1996 NBA draft, and 2003, of course, LeBron James came directly from high school, directly out of high school, drafted to the NBA, did not play any college basketball. Was too good to play college basketball, right? So those are some of the successful examples. But then there are also a lot of busts. One of them I already talked about, Kwame Brown, number 1 overall pick in 2001, was a bust. And then Tyson Chandler has a very long NBA career, and nobody would call him bust today. But early on in his career, he was kind of a bust, as he was compared to Kevin Garnett. And Tyson Chandler, great defender, but he's no Kevin Garnett. Tyson Chandler, not very good offensively, but in high school was compared to Kevin Garnett, which is why he was the 2nd pick in the NBA draft. Also, Eddie Curry was kind of overweight his whole career, was also a bust. Now, the Chicago Bulls had Eddie Curry and Tyson Chandler. They wanted to create a double twin towers. Eddie Curry was compared to Shaq. Tyson Chandler is compared to Kevin Garnett. So the Chicago Bulls, post Michael Jordan, after Michael Jordan retired, wanted their own version of their own version of Shaq and Kevin Garnett, and they thought they had that with Eddie Curry and Tyson Chandler, which just sounds quite hilarious, but you have to understand that we're not talking about hindsight. We're talking about, at the time, Tyson Chandler was one of the best high school players in the country. Eddie Curry is one of the best high school players in the country. So because of that, because there's so many busts, the NBA decided in 2005, that would be the last year NBA players to enter the draft. And some of the players from the 2005 NBA draft, you probably know. Andrew Bynum, Los Angeles Laker, won 2 championships. It was their center. Andrew Bynum was Lakers center. Lou Williams, one of the greatest bench players, one of the greatest 6 men in NBA history, was also entered that in the 2005 NBA draft directly out of high school. J.R. Smith, of course, now on the Los Angeles Lakers, also came into the NBA from that draft. Other players like Al Jefferson were from that draft. So that was the last time high school players were allowed to be drafted directly out of the NBA. Now, the 2006 NBA draft, because of that, the 2006 NBA draft was quite a weak draft. The number 1 overall pick was Andre Bargnani, who many people now call bust, but in the beginning he was not a bust. He was a solid young player. Number 3 overall pick, Adam Morrison, Charlotte Bobcats would become a bust. Tyrese Thomas would become a bust. But this 2006 NBA draft was seen as a very weak draft. Now, Kevin Durant, if the NBA did not have that rule, then Kevin Durant or Greg Oden would probably be the number 1 overall pick, number 2 overall pick in the 2006 NBA draft. Because of that rule, Kevin Durant and Greg Oden had to go play college basketball for 1 year. So Kevin Durant picked the University of Texas Longhorns to play college basketball. And Greg Oden picked the the Ohio State University Buckeyes to play college basketball. For 1 year. Today we call that the one and done players. We see many of them. High school, the most talented players from high school, the McDonald's All-American, those players play college basketball for 1 year just because. And after 1 year, they directly go to the NBA. Now, because of this, the weak draft in 2006, also another reason, the 2006 NBA draft, Joakim Noah was regarded as many to be the number 1 overall pick. And Corey Brewer and Al Horford was regarded by many to be lottery picks in the 2006 NBA draft. And of course, in 2006, the Florida Gators, who had Brewer, Horford, Noah, won the NCAA college basketball champion. They won the NCAA college basketball championship that year. But it did something quite amazing. They decided to return so they could win another championship, which they did. They accomplished. In 2007, they won another championship, another NCAA men's basketball championship. So, Joakim Noah, Al Horford, Corey Brewer, as I made in my video, Florida Gators gameplay. Those 3 players won 2 NCAA college basketball championships for the University of Florida. And because of that, they decided not to enter the 2006 NBA draft. They decided to enter the 2007 NBA draft. So the 2007 NBA draft was very deep because of that. 2 of your great college basketball players, college basketball legends, Joakim Noah, Al Horford, who played in college for like 2 or 3 years, did not enter the 2006 NBA draft, but decided to enter the 2007 NBA draft. And because of that, the 2007 NBA draft was incredibly deep, incredibly hyped out to be a great draft. Many stars. Doesn't have to be number 1 pick. Any pick would have been amazing. So the number 1 overall pick, of course, is Greg Oden. Number 2 overall pick is, of course, Kevin Durant. Now, the number 3 overall pick was Al Horford, drafted by the Atlanta Hawks. Number 9th overall pick was Joakim Noah, drafted by the Chicago Bulls. And Corey Brewer was the 7th overall pick, drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves. There's also a great player from China, Yijian Lian, drafted number 6 overall by the Milwaukee Bucks. So there are expected to be a lot of stars in the 2007 NBA draft. Not every player lived up to the hype. So the 2007 NBA draft today, 2020, not seen as that great of a draft anymore. I think I'm the only person here, and that's okay. We'll continue talking about this. Maybe I won't talk as much because I'm the only person here. And thank you for coming if anybody's still here. Let me drink some water. This is a special. Wow, I've already live streamed for 40 minutes. Might as well continue it, right? Might as well continue the live stream. Let's play this opponent. A little bit slow, but that's okay. He has a Kevin Love. I see a lot of people from other countries just woke up. So good morning to you guys. So my French friend, bonjour, my baguettes, bonjour. In France, it's 10 a.m. right now in France. Bon journey. A little bit of lag. Hopefully it gets better. Let's autoplay this game. Autoplay the game. Already 41 minutes. That went by really fast. What is steal? Jenner's and what is steal? Joel Embiid though, with the rebound. A little bit slow, a little bit of lag. But so far, a very nice live stream. Very, very nice. And looked at the live stream. Very clear as well. Now it's 1:11 a.m. California. My opponent is Oklahoma City Thunder. And I have Golden State jersey Durant played for. A little bit of lag now. I don't know why. But a little bit of lag. But that's okay. That's okay. We'll get it together. A little bit of lag. It looks like it's gonna stop. I'm probably gonna get logged off. No, came back. Come back. This time I'm the only person here. Let's get back into the game. So I'm gonna try to load my game. And hopefully it loads and we'll go back to playing against Facebook friends. Hopefully it loads. It's very slow right now. Very, very slow. Let's get back into the game. That's what we want to see. Some NBA action. Dolly62, hello, bonjour. I haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you for coming. It's full spot 411. Thank you for coming. Good morning to you. I think it's morning in Detroit. I'm trying to load my game. I'm quite surprised that you are here. What time do you usually sleep, Info Spot 411? And Dolly62. I haven't seen you in a long time, so I really appreciate you coming. I think the French word for have a good day, I don't know if I pronounce it right, is bon journey. Let's get back into the game. 5 Kevin Durants. It's 4:15 a.m. here. Working midnight shift now. On my lunch break now. Thank you very much for watching my live stream during your lunch break. I appreciate that. By the way, what are you eating? What kind of lunch are you eating? Or Maybe we'll call it breakfast. In California, it's 1:15 a.m., so I should be asleep, but today I tried to do 2 live streams. Grinding YouTube still. Still working really hard on YouTube. And in terms of this game, I had to sell this card later in the auction house. These coins are, of course, virtual coins, not real coins. But you could actually spend money. You can spend actual real life money on this game. Leftover pizza. Just got done eating. On the computer now, checking my YouTube. Pizza sounds very delicious right now. And I hope you are well. So we got the Spaceball Court, which is last season was like an alien planet promo. Kevin Durant. I have 5 Kevin Durants, which is rare to have in their game. It's quite funny, but you to have a line of 5 Kevin Durants. Usually different positions. And sometimes you can't even put the card in, the same player in at the same time. But sometimes you could do this. As Kevin Durant dunks really hard. You know, Jason Kidd, my opponent has. Jason Kidd dunks. Kevin Durant to Kevin Durant. Durant drives in. Layup. One hand shot, misses the shot. Kevin Love with the shot. Kevin Durant with the ball. Out of bounds. Now, the NBA playoffs, I think, has stopped, been postponed because of the incident that happened in Wisconsin. The Milwaukee Bucks first decided to boycott the games. And now LeBron James is on Twitter, and he's quite angry, and it looks like the NBA playoffs has stopped. And this very strange season, very weird season with the virus and many protests, social unrest. It looks like the NBA season has ended. I don't know about the other sports. I heard there's some boycotting in baseball. But looks like the NBA season is going to end. Or it's postponed for now, but it looks like it's going to end. The players are not going to play. Now, Kyrie Irving, a lot of people say he's a very woke person. He is very into many social justice issues. Now, Kyrie Irving decided not to come play in the bubble, not to come to Disney World and play, because he felt that playing basketball would distract from the Black Lives Matter movement. So he decided he didn't want to play. Also, there's a virus. So there's a very strange time in the world, very strange times in our history, 2020. I thought about this sometimes. I sometimes think about this. I think that maybe 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 100 years from now, little kids, children, people in the future, they'll be quite fascinated by this year, 2020. So many things happening, many bad things. So I think it's a very interesting year for sure. You think about the virus, looks like something straight out of a movie. No one expected, nobody was expected that something like this will happen in the world. 2020 seems like it was straight out of a movie. So yeah, it's very scary times for sure. Yeah, very true, yes. Very true, yes. Very scary times. And strange times. And it's quite fascinating that we're living in this kind of world in 2020. Oh, something I also want to talk about. Because of the virus, from since March to now, there was basically no movies, right? They can't film because of the virus. No movies, basically no concerts. There's no art in the world. And I know basketball started, but there was no sports in the world. It was just people living most of the time in their homes, staying safe in their homes, once in a while going to the supermarket to buy food. So our American society is kind of based off idolizing famous people, celebrities. DK Sports, hey mate, thank you for coming, DK Sports. I appreciate it. How are you, DK Sports? So yeah, American society especially, we idolize celebrities, movie stars, TV stars, and because of the virus, there's no art, there's no sports anymore. So we're just at home. There was some music, some people singers singing from home. But it was a very strange time period, for sure. Strange time period in human history. Very strange. And quite a fascinating time period. DK Sports, I'm good, thank you. DK Sports, are you from another country? What country are you from? Yeah, or are you from the United States? What state are you from? I like to ask that question. Quite fascinated. When you live stream this late, sometimes people from other countries come. I also notice in live streaming that sometimes certain people that never comment on your channel, they will just come. Some people really like watching live streams over watching the videos. No, I'm from Australia. You asked that already. I'm Mo. Okay. Thank you. I forgot to ask that. Sorry about that. But thank you for coming. So I'll ask you another question. In Australia, I've noticed that Ben Simmons is Australian and Joe Ingles. So it looks like most people from Australia, they like the Philadelphia 76ers or they like the Utah Jazz. I noticed from some of my friends who are Australian, they like those teams because there's some Australians that played for those teams. So what is your favorite NBA team? You asked a week ago, all good. Yeah, sorry about that. There's a lot of people. that come by. I'll try to remember. So, what is your favorite basketball team? You had bad wins last night in Victoria. Places are destroyed. Oh, I did not know that. Very sorry to hear that. I hope you are safe. Stay safe. I know in the United States, it's a different state for very far from where I am. But in Florida, they have hurricanes. They have a hurricane. I think it's already came. So stay safe. Go Warriors. So you're a Warriors fan. Interesting. Is it because you like Stephen Curry? I know Steph Curry is a lot of people's favorite basketball player. He just changed the game, and everybody's shooting 3-pointers because of him. He made everybody made everybody shoot 3-pointers. The whole NBA. So yeah, it definitely has changed the game for sure. In the 90s, players shot mid-range shots. Michael Jordan shot a lot of two-point mid-range shots. So sometimes they say that about DeMar DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan plays for San Antonio Spurs and also played. Previous team was Toronto Raptors. Does not like to shoot many threes. Likes to shoot mid-range shots, 2-point shots, which is seen as not valuable in the NBA today. So a lot of people say he's very old school, old-fashioned player, DeMar DeRozan. From the city of Compton, who's also from California. A California kid. I play for UCLA. Bye. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. DK Sports. You have a good day. Have a good day, DK Sports. We lose this game. Let's play another opponent. Surprisingly, I've been live streaming for 1 hour. I went by really fast for some reason. Now, my opponent is a Brandon Ingram, and there's a new promo, and there's a yearbook promo. I'll show off the card art. Because it's beautiful card art. Brandon Ingram, and this is a yearbook promo. So they said in this card art, 2020, NBA Superlative 2020. And yearbooks, they say best smile, most changed, and Brandon Ingram got most changed. And it says will be auctionable. This card will be auctionable on August 31st. So this is a new card. I think the best part of this game is the card art. Because the players are all the same, pretty much. The card art is the best. Now, Nikola Jokic, his nickname is the Joker. And he got basically class clown. And then Vince Carter got a card. Most likely to dunk. Which is pretty funny. Now, this Kevin Durant has a windmill dunk. Just a one-handed windmill dunk. He has great animation. Luka Doncic drives in for a layup shot. Now, Durant passes the ball to Durant. Goes in for a layup. We have two beautiful jerseys here. Two city jerseys. These Toronto Raptors white and gold jerseys. And then Oklahoma City Thunder jerseys. These are jerseys a tribute and to honor Native Americans. Many Native Americans live in the state of Oklahoma. They came here as Durant goes in for a layup. This also has very nice card art. This card, Valentine's Day promo. Heartbreak, Kevin Durant. And that card, I just want to say, basically it says Russell Westbrook. His heart was broken when Kevin Durant left OKC to play for the Golden State Warriors. So I thought that was one of the more creative card arts. Kevin Durant passes the ball to Kevin Durant. We get the ball stolen. Giannis with the ball. So Vucevic gets the ball. Luka Doncic. Blue jerseys look cool. Yeah, I also think they look very nice. And they're the Oklahoma City Thunder city jerseys to honor Native American tribes and from the state of Oklahoma. Now, the state song of Oklahoma is Oklahoma by Rodgers and Hammerstein. I believe that is their state song, which was a great song. And I sometimes watch their commercial from the state of Oklahoma. They have a commercial that to tell people to visit the state of Oklahoma. And they usually have that Rodgers and Hammerstein song. And Rodgers and Hammerstein are most famous for creating The Sound of Music, which starred Julie Andrews. Now, this person also has a Brandon Ingram as small forward. And this court is Orlando, Florida court, EA Sports Arena. And it's a little bit like the bubble right now. Nobody in the audience. If you look at the stands, no people there. Oh, look at this pink couch or this pink chair right here, the auditorium. And you see the referees there, three of them walking around. Kevin Durant with a huge day. Oh, it's Shaquille O'Neal. My opponent dunks. Durant with a one-handed shot. Makes the shot. Oh, I also want to say about the yearbook card art, the Brandon Ingram. The color, one person said that it was probably inspired by Saved by the Bell, the 90s show, the hit teen 90s show from the early 90s. Zach Morris. Well, I would say, though, that if it was a Saved by the Bell inspired theme, the card art, the master would be Magic Johnson. As Zach Morris, if you watch the show in his room, he always has posters of Magic Johnson. But there was no Magic Johnson card in the yearbook promo. But the card art definitely looks like Saved by the Bell colors. Luka Doncic with the ball. Kevin Durant steals the ball. So right now it's 1:35 a.m. Since the live stream is actually quite clear, I'm going to probably go till 2 a.m. Oh, another half hour. Might as well. Because it's clear. My phone is 27%. That's about right. I'll go until my phone is 0. Let's play a little bit. Kevin Durant, layup. Now, these jerseys are from last time, but different players. So, my last stream was Giannis and the Four Elves. Now it's just Kevin Durant and a Milwaukee Bucks jersey. So, I'm playing against people from last time. I think that these people also played against me as well. Kevin Durant with the ball. My opponent wins. Oh, actually, we tied the game. Pretty good that we tied the game. Now let's play against our another opponent. We have Milwaukee Bucks jerseys from last time. They have Charlotte Hornets Arena, Spectrum Center, Buzz City, as you see. Now, the Charlotte Hornets used to be the Charlotte Bobcats, but they changed the name, they changed the logo to the Charlotte Hornets. VXYP, sup, thank you for coming. How are you? How are you doing? VXYP, I think you once said that you're from the Philippines. So I'm looking up the time in the Philippines. So it's 4:38 p.m. in the Philippines. So thanks for coming. I appreciate you coming. Luka Doncic with the ball. This is a 5 Kevin Durant lineup. NBA gameplay. Thank you for coming. I'm surprised that you came. Yeah, in my first live stream, I just said that I was gonna do a second live stream at nighttime. So this is the second live stream. Thank you for coming. So shit, what is it? 2, 3. It's 3 a.m. in Oklahoma. I'm close to getting a 105. Good luck. Congratulations on almost getting a 105 player. I think I also almost got a 105 player, but I haven't been playing as much. Hopefully you get a good player. Yeah, there's a 2-hour time difference. Right now I'm in California. It's 1:40 a.m. So it's 3:40 a.m. in Oklahoma. Hope you're well. And try to get some sleep if you can. I'm going to go maybe another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. My phone right now is 22%. Let's play against another opponent. So I'm going to go and look up the Ringer again, the mock draft. Now, Ringer was created by Bill Simmons. Now, Bill Simmons used to work for ESPN. Now, he loves basketball. He's a Boston Celtic fan, a Larry Bird fan. But after he left ESPN, he created the Ringer, which is a website, but used to have a show on HBO. And on this show, you talk about sports, but now he has more of a website. He has podcasts. So I was a huge fan of Bill Simmons growing up. So check out his website if you love the NBA. Now, what I was going to do is, a couple live streams ago, I was talking about the draft and the different players in the draft. So I'm going to go back and talk about them. So the 19th best prospect, basically like the 19th overall pick, is a guy named Josh Green from the University of Arizona. His height is 6'6", and the Ringer compares him to Gary Harris, Danny Green. Now, number 20, the best prospect, is a guy named Patrick Williams, Florida State freshman. His height is 6'8", and they compare him to Danilo Gallinari, PJ Tucker. Now, number 21 best prospect is a guy with an interesting name. He's a Memphis freshman. His name is called Precious. And his last name is hard to pronounce, but Akuya. His height is 6'9". And they compare him to James Johnson, Montrezl Harrell, a type of player. Number 22, a player named Desmond Bane, a senior. Not many seniors in the draft, right? His height is 6'6", and they compare him to shades of Malcolm Brogdon from Indiana Pacers, Alex Caruso, interesting, Lamar Patterson. Now, number 23, a player named Jaden McDaniels, Washington freshman. His height is 6'9", and then compare him to shades of Rashard Lewis, Andrew Wiggins. Interesting. I'm head off for now. Thanks for live streaming and being part of my night every night. Thank you, NBA Gameplay. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Thank you again. I appreciate you coming every night. Let's play the game. Now, this player, he has red hair. It's quite interesting. His name, he's played for University of Arizona, Nico Maniolian. His height is 6'3". So they say he has shades of Steph Curry. This is Stephen Curry's little brother, who plays for I think he plays for Dallas Mavericks right now, right? And then Lottery Chamant, TJ McConnell. So those type of player. Number 25th, this guy, he has pictures and he has goggles on, like a Horace Grant, like a Mars Squadamar. Jalen Smith, Maryland sophomore. His height, 6'10". Serge Ibaka, they say. Kelly Olynyk, Thomas Bryant. That's what he's similar to. Number 26 process, Isaiah Joe. His height 6'5". Shades of Luke Kennard from Detroit Pistons, Alan Crabb, and R.J. Hunter. Now, number 27, a French player named Theo Maldon. Shades of Derek Anderson, Nate McClellan, Kurt Heinrich. Number 28, University of Washington, Isaiah Stewart. I've seen a little bit of him. Shades of Derrick Rose. Montanis Sabonis. As high as 6'9". Number 29, Robert Woodard II. Very cool name. His height is 6'7". His shades of Marvin Williams, DeMari Carroll, Dorian Finley-Smith. And number 30, the last player, Ty Sean Alexander. Is he related to Gildas Alexander? Plays for Creighton University. And his height is 6'4". He has shades of Josh Richardson, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, Alex Burks. So he must be a great three-point shooter. Oh, they have a more than 30. Wow, that's pretty amazing job. Great at scouting the players. Now, Sean Alexander sounds like Gildas Alexander, but they are not related. At least I don't think. Let me hurry up and just check something. Wow, they have a rank of 31 to 50. Very impressive. They have basically the second round. Because there's beautiful pictures of the players. Brian God's 20. Yeah, laugh out loud. It's almost 2 a.m. in California. Yes, it's almost 2 a.m. This is my late night live stream. I already live stream earlier. But this is a special Kevin Durant live stream. 5 Kevin Durants, of course. I think this might be my last opponent. And then I'm going to play some showdown games. And thank you for coming, Grind Gods 23. So number 31, best prospect. Leonardo Mario from Argentina. He plays for Barcelona in Spain. His height is 6'7". And they say he's like Joe Ingles, Evan Turner. Number 32 prospect from Kansas. Devon Dotson. I heard of him a little bit. His height is only 6'2". Jeremy Lin, Eric Bledsoe. Interesting. Number 33, Paul Reed, DePaul University. Height 6'9". Shades of Paul Millsap, Taj Gibson. Interesting. Now, 34 prospect from Israel. His team is, I think you can pronounce, Hamipol Tel Aviv. His name is Yam Mador. In shades of Patrick Beverly, TJ McConnell, Devon Carter. And his height is 6'3". Always love learning about the foreign players. Now, number 35, Tyler Bay, Colorado. His height, 6'7". Shades of Otto Porter Jr., Trevor Ariza. They said thinner Larry Nance Jr. Number 36, a player named Jadamis Ramsey, Texas Tech freshman. His height is 6'4". Shades of Lonnie Walker IV, Deion Waiters, J.R. Smith. Interesting. Now, number 37, Killian Tilly from Gonzaga, senior, a height 6'10". Shades of Robert Horry, Davis Rachens. Number 38, Trey Jones from Duke. I definitely heard of him. His brother is in the NBA. Height 6'3". Shades of Mookie Blylock. from the 90s, Corey Joseph and Chris Duhon. Number 39, a famous player from college basketball, Cassius, just like Muhammad Ali, Cassius Winston from Michigan State, state of Michigan. And his height is 6'1", shades of Kyle Lowry from Toronto, and Yogi Fergal. And he's definitely a fan favorite from the University of Michigan State, I mean. He's a senior. Senior is kind of old for a basketball player. Number 40, Peyton Pritchard from Oregon, also a senior. Height 6'2", shades of Fred VanVleet, Shabazz Napier. Number 41, Malachi Flynn, San Diego State from California. His height is 6'1", and shades of Aaron Holiday. Interesting. Number 42, Grant Riller, shades of Ricky Pierce, Marcus Thornton. He's from the University of College of Charlotte. He's a senior. His height is 6'3". Let me check the comments a second. See if anybody's commenting. Cool game. Thank you, InfoSpot 411. Number 43, Emmanuel Quickly from Kentucky. He's a sophomore there. His height is 6'3". Shades of Ben Gordon, former Detroit Piston and Chicago Bulls player, great player. B.J. Armstrong, Jeff Hornacek. Number 44, Xavier Tillman, played for Michigan State. His height. Players like LaMelo Ball. There's going to be a lot of media attention and coverage of him. Players like Anthony Edwards. There'll be a lot of media coverage on him. It looks like James Wiseman, who is 7'1", University of Memphis. He was, a long time ago, the consensus number 1 overall pick. It seems like he's dropped a lot in the draft. And this draft board is number 7, which is quite low. I'm surprised. The Ringer compares him to a Rasheed Wallace or a high-energy Hassan Whiteside. Interesting. And Hassan Whiteside and Rasheed Wallace were very different players, in my opinion. Rasheed Wallace, a great offensive player, and can shoot threes. I hope it's still working. Only a couple seconds left. Kevin Durant with the ball. Kevin Durant. So only 5% of my phone. So I want to say thank you for anybody that's still watching. I think there's one person that's still watching. I appreciate it. And have a good night or have a great day if you're from another country. This ends my Kevin Durant lineup card. I'll try to do another special lineup or something like that for tomorrow. I really appreciate you guys watching. You have a good night as well. My phone is about to end. Hold on a second. Very long lag. Thank you, InfoSpot 411, and good luck on your work, your job. It's 2% now. I think that's it. Have a great night, everybody. InfoSpot 401. Have a good night. And good luck.